Right. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you are all doing well. And in the previous class, we discussed about number analogy. Okay. And number analogy is a part of analogy, and it's a type two, that is in analogy we find word-based analogy and number analogy, alphabet analogy, mixed analogy. And another thing is that we are also going to solve non-verbal analogy in this chapter only. So in before to this we completed word-based analogy. Okay. And now yesterday, I was discussed what are the types of number analogy, and we were practicing the questions, isn't it? We have completed 10 questions. Let's see the remaining questions. Before that, before we solve the practice, let me recap fastly what we have learned in the previous class. So, in number analogy, we discuss how the analogy is asked, okay, and what are the types, even and odd numbers. Based on even and odd numbers, they will ask multiplication and division. Okay, based on operation, the same way with addition and subtraction, and again squares and cube roots. So one thing, if you remember, one thing if you notice that in the yesterday's 10 question, there were the questions based upon cubes and squares, isn't it? So how much important is it, isn't it or not? So what you have to do for that, you have to learn 1 to 20, at least 25, 1 to 25 squares and 1 to 15 cubes, so that it becomes very easy for you. Now let's see. Now, now let's see what in the yesterday's class we practiced 10 questions, right? So these are multiple operation based. Multiple operation based is important, and another also squares plus or minus 1 plus or minus 2 cubes. Those were important. Now we'll start with the 12th question, and yesterday we completed up to 11. So what's the 12th question? And before that, we need to read the instruction of that question, what the actual demand they are asking. Okay, directions, question number 12 to 16. Okay, we have to do question number 12 to 16. What the question? Select the option which the numbers share the same relation as they shared by the given number pair. It means what? Here they have given the pair. So we have to find the relationship of that pair, and then we have to choose from the given alternative options what the relation follows here, and it should be followed in the options only. So I hope you understand. Okay. So let's see what's the question. 849. By saying 49, one thing you may strike in your mind that 49 is the square of 7. Is no. 7 square is nothing but 49, isn't it on? 49 is the square root of 7. Okay, then 7 square is nothing but 49, and we have 849. Then how we are going to solve? Let's check. Wait a minute. Okay, right. See, 7 square 49 we know, right? But it is in, if you observe this first letter, first number, that is 8. If we subtract minus 1, 8 minus 1, then what will be 7? And what is the relationship it has followed? 8 minus 1, that is equal to 7. And they have done 7 square. 7 square is nothing but 49. So this is what they have done. Firstly, they have subtracted minus 1 from the given number, and the product and the difference. Okay, minus means what? Difference. And they have squared the difference, that is 49. Now let's check the remaining 4 options, how they are. Is it following the same method or not? Same relationship. 981. If I say 9, if I write 9 here, and if I write 9 and minus 1 if I do, then it will become 8, isn't it? Or then again, if I square 8, then what will be 64? But what's there in this? It is 87, so it won't be our answer. Here the same relation does not follow, so it won't be our answer. Next thing is that, next is B. Let's see the B option again. 12, and if we subtract minus 1, then what will be 11? Okay, if I square 11, then what it will be? 121. Let's see, is it the same? Yes, here we got the 121, and the same relation follows in the first with the B option. So our answer is B. So this is the way you have to solve the question. Okay, now let's see. It means what? In this you have to observe what the pattern it has followed, and we have to choose the alternative from the option. Okay, next. Next, 13th question. Let's see. 72 is related to 14. So our duty is what? Okay, our approach is what? First, we have to observe the question. 72 is related to 14. How 72 is related to 14? We have to see. Let's check. 72. If you observe these individual numbers, it means 7 and 2. Then 14 is a product of this number or not? 7 into 2 is 14. Okay, this is what the relationship. Now let's check the options here. 45, 20. Okay, let's see. 4 into 5. If we multiply the two numbers, we have to get the product, that is 20. So is it following, right? So our answer is at option A only. So we need not to check the other options when we got the same relationship. Okay, when we find the same relationship option, we need not to check the other options. Got it? Next, 14th question again. 14th question. 14 is related to 588. Okay, 14 is related to 588. See, for if you see the numbers, if you see the numbers, if it is greater than, if it seems to be greater when compared to the first number, one thing you have to find is that you have to see the square of that numbers. Again, I am telling you, if you find the bigger numbers in relationship, you go with square and cubes, isn't it? Okay, let's see. 14 square is nothing but how much? 14 square. So by this you may know how much important the squares of a numbers. So that's for the reason in the class I repeated many times, and also I made you to learn the squares, cubes, isn't it? So 14 square is nothing but 196. Then sir, it is 196. How 588? If I multiply with 3, then what it will be? If I multiply with 3, then what it will be? 3 6 18, 3 9 27, 27 plus 1 28, and 3 ones plus 5 plus 2 is the 5, 588. That's it, right? Okay, you all know multiplication. That's what reason I'm not writing here borrowing and all that. We are going with straight. Okay, then next check with the option. Now you one thing, the relation is that 14 square, we are squaring the number and again we are multiplying with 3. The same thing we have to check in the options. Let's see A option again. Let's see the A option. It is 20. Okay, if I square the 20 square is nothing but how much? 400. Isn't it or not? 400. Again, what I have to do? Again, we have to multiply it with 3. Then what it will be? 12,000. Isn't it or not? 4 3 is 12 plus 2 zeros. But it's 980. So it won't be our answer. Let's check another. Let's check another B option. 18 square is how much? 18 square. 18 square is nothing but 324. Am I correct? Yes. 324. Again, if I multiply with 3. If I multiply with 3, then what will be the answer? 3 4 is 12. Okay, 3 2 6 7. 3 3 is 9. Okay, 972. Now observe the option 18 972. Yes, we find. So our answer is B. Got it? Got it? This is the way you have to be. So be perfect with the squares of a numbers. It helps you a lot. Okay. So what's the relation here? First we are squaring the number. Again we are multiplying the product of square. Okay, number with 3. Isn't it? Then again what 15th question? Let's see the 15th question. 15th question is very easy again. If you observe, you will get the answer. So reasoning is nothing but you have it depends upon, it's completely upon observation only. How you observe, how you analyze, it completely depends on that. Don't worry if you practice n number of questions in the class and what we are giving in a practice sheets, then you will get confidence in this subject. Okay, fine. And the only one thing, practice makes man perfect, isn't it or not? So you have to practice. Okay. Now again 15th question. What is 15? 13 is related to 24. How 13 is related to 24? How 13 is related to 24? See, firstly 13 to is 26. 26. 26 minus 2 is 24. Okay. This is what the relation we can find. And the first thing you will strike this. But after this also we have to check the questions. Okay. And another thing what it follows. Another thing it also follows. If I add 13 plus 11, it is 24. Isn't it or not? Now what we have to do? The only thing now we are left with what options? We have to check whether this is following or this is following. Okay, let's check the first one, 45 79. If I do 45 into 2, then it will become 90. So no need of checking. By this, if you see this all 45, 56, 35, 57, if we multiply do, it's always greater than this. So there is no possibility of this relationship. Got it? If you observe this, if you multiply, we in the first relationship, what I am telling, 13 into 24, right? 13 into 26, 26 minus 2, 24. Okay, we found that 24, 13 related to 24 in this manner. But if you comes to option, if you multiply the number with 2, if you multiply the first number in a pair with 2, then you will see the greater number. 45 into 2, how much? 90. 90 minus 2, how much? 90 minus 2, 88. But it is possible here. The same thing happening with B, C, D. So this relationship is not in a pair. Okay, now let's check whether this follows or not. 45, let me erase this first. Okay, so it is not following, right? It's not our relationship. Got it? Again, now let's see this. 45, 79. 45 plus 1 is how much? 45 plus 11 is 56. But it is 79. It won't be our answer again. Now if say this 56 plus 11, 56 plus 11, how much it will be again? 77. So it won't be our answer. Again, say third option 35 plus 11. 35 11 is 46. It is also won't be our answer. Now we left with remaining one option. Let's check that. Okay, 55, 57 plus 11. How much it will be? 68. So it is in the option D. So our answer is option D. See, I told you two ways. It's common with the human brain. The first thing, the first relationship, it goes with everyone. Okay. If I am here in the place of you also, I will think in that manner. But we have to decide by seeing the options. Okay, whether which pattern follows, which relationship it applicable or not. Okay, the thing next 16th one again. 16th is very simple. 16th is again it depends upon square of a number. Let's see. 16 square is how much? 16 square is 256. Okay, isn't it or not? 16 square is how much? 256. If I minus this number from this, then 16, then it becomes 240. Okay, the relationship found. First, we are squaring of the number. Again, we are subtracting the same number from that the product. Okay, let's see another first option. A 20 400. 20 square is how much? 20 square is 400, so it won't be possible. If I subtract minus 20, then it will become 380, so it won't be possible. Okay, and next B option again 22 square. 22 square is 484. 484 minus 22, then how much it will become? 462. So it is also not our answer. These two are not our answer. Okay, next C 25. 25 square is how much? 25 square is 625, isn't it or not? 625 minus 25, then it is 600. Now see the option. 25 6 related to 600. Yes, you find in the option C. So this is what the approach we have to do. And one more thing, you need not to solve all the options. Okay, if you practice well, then you can easily find out what's the relationship and which the option. Okay, fine. Next thing is that next let's see what's the next directions. It means question 17 to 20. Select the option. Okay, select the option which the number are related in the same way as are the numbers of the following set. So firstly they will give you the set. Okay, 749 343. We have to find the relation between this, and the same way again we have to see the option. The same relation follows in which option we have to see. Let's see 749 343. It's also square and cubes. 7 square is nothing but how much? 7 square. Okay, 7 square is nothing but 49. 7 square is nothing but 49, and 7 cube is nothing but what? 343. 7 cube is nothing but 343, isn't or not? So knowing of squares and cubes of a number is important. Now you found the relationship. Okay, it's square and it's cube. Let's see this. Go with A option again. 5 square is how much? 25. Okay, we got. And 5 cube is nothing but 125. 5 cube is 125, but it's 625. It won't be our answer again. Let's see the B option 3. 3 square is 9. 3 cube is 27. Here it is 29. So it is also won't be our answer. And let's check this 4 square is 16, isn't it or not? 4 cube is 64, so it is also won't be our answer, and we are left with only one option, that is D. Let's check this. 248. 2 square is nothing but 4. Okay, 2 cube is 8, so option D follows here the relationship. So our answer is option D. Got it? Again, 18th question. Let's see the 18th question. What's the 18th question again? They have given 4 6 52. They have given they have given 4 6 52, and what's the relation between them? We have to find first. 4 6 52, right? 4 6 52. Then how it came? Let's see this. 4 square is nothing but how much? 4 square. 4 square is 16. 6 square is how much? 36. Okay, and it's 52. If we add these squares, if we add both these squares, okay, then what is 52 will be the answer. Now you got the square addition of these two number squares will be the sum. Okay, 52. So let's see which option follows here. Let's check 2 first. Go with A option. 2, 4, 8. 2 square is nothing but 4. 4 square is nothing but 16. And the remaining last number is 18. But its answer is 20. So it won't be our answer. A won't be our answer. Let's check the B option again. 6, 800. 6 square is nothing but how much? 36. 8 square is nothing but how much? 64. Now you will say this 36 plus 64, it is 100. Isn't it or not? Isn't it or not? So our option is with B. It follows the relationship, same as in the question. Next, 19th one. I hope you understand this. See, the practice is, again, I am repeating, the practice is the only thing which makes you confidence in this chapter. Okay. How many questions you practice, how you practice is mandatory, it most essential part. Okay, next 20th one again. Find the missing number that has same relation to 289 as 13 has, okay, 289 as 13 as to 169. In the question he is given that we have to find the relationship which has like 13 has 169. So we have to find 289. What the relationship follows with the number 289? It's here given, right? So 169 is related to 13. 289 is related to what? 289 is related to what he has given. So if you observe 169 and 289, what does it mean? It's the squares numbers, right? Squares. Okay, 13 square is how much? 13 square is again 169. Okay, then 289 will be which number square? Okay, 19 square is how much? 361. Isn't it or not? Okay, and the 17 square is nothing but 289. And 27 square again 729. And 23, okay, 17 square is 289. Oh, we found here, right? 17 square 289 and 289. Okay, and 23 square is 529. So already I have written 289, that is 17 square. So option B follows here. So you should learn squares of a number. Okay, and again see with 120 21st question again. See the 21st question. 169 again 25. If you see this also again it related with the squares, isn't it or not? 169 is the 13 square, isn't it, as we did in the previous question? But here what? 12. It means what? 13 minus 1 is 12, and again they have squared 13 square. This is what it have happened. So firstly they have done 13 square and they have subtracted minus 1 to become this. In the same way 25, 5 square is how much? 5 square is 25 and they have subtracted 1 from the 5. This is what the pattern follows here for. See, again I am explaining this question. Again I am explaining. Wait, okay. Right, see here, 12 they have given, but 13 square is how much? 13 square is 169. And if I subtract 1 from 13, then how much it will be? 13 equal to 12. That's the reason that we got the relationship, right? 169 is to 12, 169 is to related to 12, and the same way 25 is 4. 5 square we did, that is 25, and we have subtracted 1 from the 5, that is 4. I hope you understand this. And let's say 22nd question again. It is same as 31st, 21st. Okay, 5 is related to 36. If you observe 36, then it is, we can easily notice that is a square of 6. Okay, 6 square is how much? 36. So 6 square is nothing but 36. If I subtract minus 1 from the 6, then how much it will be? 5. So 5 is related to 36. We find the relationship. This is what followed there. And again 7. 7 square is how much? 7 square is 49. Then if I subtract, if we subtract from this, okay, and no need to subtract because we have to find the relationship, right? So what's the answer? Again, 7 square is 49. So firstly we have to subtract from this number 7. Okay. Okay, fine. Right. Yes. We have done 7 plus 1. Okay. 7 square is 49 and we have to add that plus 1, that is 8. 8 is nothing but 64. Okay. So this is the reason we have to follow 64. So where is the option 64? C. Okay. Next is the 23rd question again. 23rd question again. See, if you see 22nd, once again I am going to explain you. 5, right? 5 plus 1, that is 6. Okay, 6 square is how much? 36. And the same way with 7 plus 1, that is 8. 8 square is equal to 64. Okay, this is the reason option C we have take. Okay, so got it. So it is easy, right? Okay, then again 23, 23rd one again. See, 1 by 9 is related to 1 by 81. Okay, 1 by 9. This is the way we are right? 1 by 9 is related to 1 by 81. See how it became if I square this number. Then what is the answer? 1 as well as 81. This is what relation. It means we square the number of first number. Okay, square of first number. Then again same with follows 1 by 13. 1 by 13 square is how much? Nothing but 1 by 13 square is how much? 169. So answer is how much? 1 by 169. That is in the A option. Again comes to B. Again 24 again. Again say let's see the number 24. Question number 24. What's the relation it has been? 9536 he has given and 6203 in the first number type. Okay, in the number analogy the first type, that is we dealt with even number and odd number minus subtraction pattern, isn't it or not? If you see 9 and it is here 6 minus 3 it followed, minus 3, and again 5 2 it is also minus 3, and 3 0, okay, it is also minus 3, and 6 3 it is also minus 3. So one thing we understand that it following a minus 3 pattern. If I subtract minus 3, 5 minus 3, that is 2, okay, 8 minus 3 again that is 5, 7 minus 3 that is again 4, and 3 minus 3 that again 0. 2 5 4 0, it is in the A option. I hope you understand it. Nothing but minus 3 pattern followed here. Okay, minus 3 forward pattern. Again, let's check here. Okay, see if you observe this 25th question, it's also related to squares only. 26, 26, 25 plus 1, isn't it or not? 26, 25 plus 1. 25 is what? 5 square. 5 square plus 1. Then again 48. 48 is nothing but 49 minus 1. And 49 is and square of which number? 7 square. It means firstly they have square and added plus 1. Then next number 7 and they have subtracted minus 1. And 5, 7 are odd numbers or not? Odd numbers. And let's say 81, 82, 82, 81 plus 1. Isn't it or not? 81, 81 plus 1. That is 81 is again what? 9. 9 square. So if you observe this 5, 7, 9. Again, which will be the next odd number? 11. Isn't it or not? But what we have to do? We have to subtract minus 1. 11 square is how much? 11 square is nothing but 121. But in the second case, we have to subtract minus 1. That is 120. 120, where it is in the option? In the option A. I hope you understand this, what a pattern actually has followed. It firstly they have squared the number and added 1. And then the second number in a pair, they have squared the number and subtracted minus 1. The same thing with the another pair, 82 they have given, they have squared 9 and they have added plus 1. Again, we have to find the same relation which related to this. We have done the same. 11 after 9, the odd number will be 11, and we square the 11 number, that is 121, and we have subtracted minus 1 and we got 120 is the answer. Okay, let's say 26th question. Let's see the 26th question. What is the 26th question? 5 is related to 22. 8 is related to what? See 5 22. If you see is 5 square. 5 square is how, nothing but how much? 25. 25 minus 3, that is directly related to 22. So we find the relationship how 5 is related to 22. The same thing with 8. 8 square is nothing but how much? 8 square is nothing but 64. 64 minus 3 is how much? 61. So you understood, we squared the number and again we subtracted from that. Okay, the same thing, square the number and subtracted minus 3. Okay, we subtracted 3, that is 61. Where is the option? In the option A. Now let's see with 27th question also. Again, let's check the 27th question. 937, it's related, it's quite easy, right? 9 into 2 is how much? 9 2 is 38, isn't it? Or then he's subtracted minus 1, that is 37. So we found how 19 is related to 37. Again 26. 26 into 2. 26 into 2 is 52. And we have to subtract minus 1. That is answer will be 51. Where is the answer? That is 51. It's B. So 27 will be B. So now if you observe till now, what you understand? How much importance of square and cubes is here? Okay. So completely in number analogy, you see many questions were asked in your examination on the basis of squares and cubes only. Okay. So again, I am repeating, you have to learn at least 1 to 25 squares, 1 to 15 cubes. Okay. Next is the remaining three questions and we will end up this session. Now 28th is very easy and it's for you. And it's for you. You have to press the video and solve this 28. It's completely depend on the squares, directly on the squares. Okay. I need not to tell this because it's very easy. And again 29, let's check 29. 29 is also same. If based on multiplication, but I will explain you this question. Don't worry. 756. 7 eights, how much? 7 eights, 56. Isn't it or not? 7 eights, 56. Then 9 eights, how much? 9 8 72. It is easy, right? So there will be questions on multiplications also. Okay. So you have to go with the types and mostly mainly you have to focus on squares and cubes of the numbers. Okay. Then the last question, that is 30th question. We'll see what's the 30th question and we will end up this session. And 100 is century. As you all know, 100 is century. 100 is century. Then 10 is what? 10 is called decade. Isn't it or not? So it's direct answer. 10 is called decade. Okay, 10 fortnight. Fortnight means 15 days. And week is 7 days. 10 is 10. Decade is 10 days. Okay. I hope you understand how we are approaching towards the question. And one more thing, it's very clear that it depends on how much you practice and how you are practicing. So, okay, if you practice well, you will get the good confidence in this. If you won't practice, sometimes you will confuse and you will mark the wrong answer. Okay, that's it for today. We'll continue in the next class. Okay, I hope you all understand this. Thank you.